What is up, guys? Media Master Menard here today, bringing you guys another video. And as you can see by the title, today we're talking about Apex Legends, and it kind of was an unexpected video. I didn't really plan on making it, but that's because Apex Legends kind of came out of nowhere and blindsided everybody, and this is truly a gem of a game that really is just shaking up the whole Battle Royale industry. So let's dive in and talk about it. And if you are a gamer, you know that Apex Legends is currently the biggest trend in gaming. I mean, it is everywhere. My whole friends list is playing the game. It is all over Twitch. It has hundreds of thousands of viewers 24/7. It's all over YouTube. So I decided, hey, let me join the YouTube hype train, so to speak, and make a video kind of discussing the game and what I think about it. And I really think a big reason it's so big and so popular right now is that it's free to play. And this is really just a smart business model. You get your game open to more customers who can then buy microtransactions. So you're able to find more people who are willing to spend a lot of money on microtransactions. And over time that adds up and you're able to make more money than you would if you were charging $60 for a game. And with this booming popularity, obviously Apex is taking away a lot of the fan base of Fortnite, a lot of the casual gamers who are just playing the game because it's free or it's the only game and that's just the game they play. Apex is taking over that spot, so I really do think Fortnite should be afraid right now. Not that Fortnite is maybe necessarily going to die or be killed. I think if that happens, it's really going to be Fortnite itself that's the problem. People are getting burnt out. The Fortnite fatigue is real. I think people just went too hard, too fast on that game. And I think Apex is such a different experience that they can both coexist in the same environment. That being said though, I do still think that Apex is taking a pretty big portion of Fortnite's player base right now, so Fortnite's going to want to do something to kind of revamp their game and spice it up. And this trend of a lot of players and big streamers going towards Apex away from Fortnite kind of proves what a lot of what I've thought in the past is that one of the main reasons Fortnite got as big as it did is because it was free and it had no other quality competition that was free. Call of Duty costs $60 to buy and rarely goes on sale. PUBG is 20 to 30 bucks depending on when you buy it, and that just can't compete with free. I mean, it costs you nothing to download Fortnite, and now that it costs you nothing to buy Apex, there's legitimate competition, and I think it's going to make both games better in the end. But now that I've kind of got that comparison out of the way, I'm going to go over some of the pros and cons of the game in my opinion. And keep in mind, I am not the best player at this game. I don't claim to be a sharpshooter or a killer in this game, so just take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so some of the pros I have for this game are, I think the gameplay and the gunplay are extremely polished and it feels like a AAA game, and I think this is like the only other game besides Call of Duty Blackout that really feels like a AAA Battle Royale experience. The loot system is incredible. It automatically switches your attachments from one gun to the next, so you don't have to fumble over all your attachments and sit out in the open and risk getting shot. I will say one thing about the gunplay though, it seems like this engine isn't made for long distance combat. You can't really just fight far away. The snipers aren't very effective, so I'd like to see that improved, but I don't think that's a flaw in the game. I think that's easily fixed. And I think another big thing about this game that's a pro is obviously that it is free. And all the legends or heroes, whatever you want to call them, all the characters are very interesting and unique in this game. Overall, I think the map is really cool in concept. I'd like to see them use a little bit less recycled assets. And what I really do love about this game is the idea of the dropship. It's got high tier loot guaranteed on it, and when you drop on it, it is just a frenzy. It's like almost going Tilted Towers, but it's floating in the sky and then it ends up landing somewhere on the map, and then there's zip lines leading up to it. I just think the idea of the dropship is really unique and interesting. Some of the things I don't like about this game, or I think that could be maybe improved, are it really doesn't feel like team composition matters all too much. As long as you're good at the game and have gun skill, I think you're going to be fine with any hero, and that could be a testament to how balanced the game is, but I never really feel like I win or lose a gunfight because of what hero I picked. I mean, every hero kind of has their pluses, but they're not too game-changing of abilities. And I think the looting phase of the game lasts way too long. The first initial circles take forever to close down, and in my opinion, the looting phase of Battle Royales is kind of the worst, most boring phase of the game. I like the action and trying to survive and looting dead enemies more than I do just the initial looting stages of the games. And one thing that's not necessarily a negative, but I did notice, I played the game on both my PC and my PS4, and on the PS4 the time to kill is just ridiculously high. Obviously you can't aim as well on consoles, so team fights last forever and you can get run up on from another team who's scavenging fights very easily. You don't have time to loot really. It's one team fight after the other, and some people like that action, but I think on PC, I mean, people just die faster. Obviously you can aim better and just fights happen quicker, and I think the gameplay experience overall was better on PC. I'm not sure if they want to separately balance the two different console and PC platforms, because I know games like Overwatch did that to some degree of success, but it kind of left the console market feeling like they were a lesser, inferior group of people. I'm not sure, but I would like to see the time to kill a little bit lower on PS4. Also, I think that the loot system is good. I think it's good. The way you loot is very efficient. It's the best loot system we've seen in a Battle Royale, but the amount of ammo on the map, especially at the beginning of the game, is ridiculous, and the clip sizes in gun or magazine sizes, capacity, is extremely low. A lot of guns have like 18 bullet mags, and you can't put a person down on PS4 with that size of a magazine. It's usually not too big of a problem on PC, especially if you get an extended mag, but on PS4 it is just a joke at sometimes. And that's kind of where my thoughts are on the game. Overall, I think this game is very fun and well made. Obviously, I've been playing it a lot, but I think Apex has found a very interesting niche for itself and where it stands in the current Battle Royale market. I still think overall I prefer Blackout as my Battle Royale's choice, but I kind of understand why some people aren't the biggest fan of that. It just works for me. But it will be interesting to see how this game can stick around, and if it has longevity. We won't know now, and we won't know, only time will tell that. And I'm very curious to see how the future landscape of the Battle Royale genre shapes up. A lot of people called it a quick trend that's going to die soon, and that really has not been the case. With Battlefield 5's Battle Royale set to release in March, it will be very interesting to see how the Battle Royale market really shapes up with a lot of AAA contenders in there. But that's kind of all I wanted to talk about in today's video, guys. I want to know what you guys think about the Battle Royale genre, more specifically Apex Legends. How much time have you put into the game? Are you loving it? What are some things you like about it? What are some things you dislike about it? Let me know the answer to all those questions down in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be bringing you guys more movies, TV, video game, and anime content. My next video is going to be a Kingdom Hearts 3 deep dive review, so I hope you guys are ready for that. I'm going to leave a link to my Twitter down in the description below so you can find out when I post a new video. And until then, this is Master Menard, signing off.
Now look at the top, I'm going crazy, who wearing the crown? Schooly bop, doodly bally